So, hello and welcome back to what is likely to end up as a two-parter, mostly because I do remember the Death Knight starting zone as being extremely long. So, Death Knights were introduced in Wrath of the Lich King, and right now, but probably not still when this video goes up, because I'm doing this at the 11th hour, which is something I'm notorious for. But right now, if you make a Wrath of the Lich King Classic Death Knight and take it through the starter zone, you can get a free mount for your main over on retail. And you know what? I figured, what better way to show off the Death Knight starting zone, which they didn't give us a new race with Wrath of the Lich King, but they did give us a new hero class. Back in the day, you had to have at least either a level 50 or perhaps a max level character to be able to get a Death Knight. And little fun fact, I was having so much fun with my main character, who was a Draenei hunter named Lantra, that I didn't make a Death Knight until Cataclysm. So, and I actually had a lot of trouble with the starting area, I do remember that, but I did main that Death Knight all the way through, I think, Mists of Pandaria. She was my main, so I'm going to try to remake her in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. We'll see how she turns out, but I'm going to play the Wrath of the Lich King cinematic for you, and when we come back, I'll have a Death Knight.
My son, the day you were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas. Child, I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon of righteousness. Remember, our line has always ruled with wisdom and strength. And I know you will show restraint when exercising your great power. to an end. You shall be king. A hero, that's what you once were. You stood boldly against the shadow and purchased another dawn for the world with your life. But the evil you fought is not so easily banished. The victory you claimed, not so easily held. For now, the specter of death looms above the world yet again, and it has found new champions to bring about its final reign. Knights of darkness, wielding runes of death and destruction, bound by the will of the Lich King. This is the hour of their ascension. This is the hour of your dark rebirth.
All right. So that was a lot. And as you can see, the Lich King, who is actually the bad guy of this expansion, is our boss. This was a definite departure, especially for me. But I have remade, I think, pretty darn good my original character, my very first and I think only Death Knight, Corinne. So let's just get started.
All life must end.
Oh, the Lich King is so iconic. All that I am, anger, cruelty, vengeance, I bestow upon you, my chosen knight. I have granted you immortality so that you may herald a new dark age for the Scourge. Gaze now upon the land below us. The Scarlet Crusade scurries to undo my work, while Light's hope stands defiantly against us, a blemish upon these plague lands. They must all be shown the price of their defiance. You will become my force of retribution. Where you tread, doom will follow. Go now and claim your destiny, Death Knight.
Conquer in my name. Cruelty, vengeance.
Okay, that's true.
I bestow upon you, my chosen knight. I have granted you immortality.
Oh, he's going to tell us
so
what I
that you
just
may
read.
herald in a new, dark age for the Scourge.
Okay, he didn't.
Gaze now upon the lands below us. The Scarlet Crusade scurries to undo my work, while Light's hope stands defiantly against us, a blemish upon these plague lands. They must all be shown the price of their defiance. You will become my force of retribution. Where you tread, doom will follow. Go now and claim your destiny, Death Knight.
Okay, he did a much better job than I did. That is 1,000% for sure. Good voice acting. Alright, let's go be a Death Knight. Hopefully, years of playing World of Warcraft will serve me in good stead. Also, I love the fact that I start with bags. Bags are wonderful. I don't remember if everything is voice acted in the starter zone. That would be cool. You have heard the call of the Lich King. Now is the time to answer your master. The single most important piece of equipment to a Death Knight is the Rune Blade. It is through the Rune Blade that a Death Knight commands the powers of frost, blood, and the unholy. The Rune Blade also acts as a vessel to store the Death Knight's runic power. The time has come to create your first Rune Blade. Search the weapon racks on this floor and locate a battle-worn sword. Once found, take the sword to a nearby rune forge and use it to create my Rune Blade. Okay, I'll do that. Look, I found a battle-worn sword. Huzzah. Got it. Now I have to take it to a forge. There's a rune forge. Another huzzah. I always forget Wrath was much more difficult in questing. Everything wasn't pointed out for you, so you'll have to forgive me on that, on all of these things. The rune blade is an extension of your being. A Death Knight cannot battle without one. Well done. You've successfully created your first rune blade weapon. With it, you will sow the seeds of chaos and destruction. In your wake will be a bloodied field of battle, littered with the corpses of all who would dare oppose the Scourge. Okay, that's not creepy at all. The mark of war is etched upon your soul, Death Knight. You have learned the dark art of rune forging, and with it, you will engrave runes of power upon your weaponry. Preparations for battle must be made. Return to one of the rune forges here in the heart of Arceus, and use the power of rune forging to emblazon your weapon with a rune of power. Okay, I can do that. Hopefully. Let's see if we can... Let's pull rune forging out and put it on our action bar. Rune forging. We can engrave it with the rune of Cinder Glacier, which will increase damage, or the rune of Razor Ice, which will frost damage. Fire or ice? Fire or ice? Let's go with that one. I have no idea what that means, but you know what? We'll totally do it. Awesome. We did it. There are a lot of Death Knights being made. I think I am not the only one who is like, you know what? I better do this now. Remember these words, Death Knight. The rune forge is a Scourge instrument. It exists only in Arceus, Naxxramas, and the Heart of Icecrown. You may only emblazon your weaponry at a rune forge. Return often and emblazon all of your weapons. A Death Knight must be prepared for all who would oppose her. The endless hunger will soon take hold of you. When it does, you will feel pain immeasurable. There is only one remedy for the suffering. The hunger must be sated. I give you the key to your salvation. Chained to the heart of Arceus are those deemed unworthy of the Dark Brotherhood. Use the key to free an unworthy initiate. Allow them to equip their gear and battle you for their freedom. Kill, and the pain will cease. Fail, and suffer for eternity. Live or die, the choice is yours. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit, a little more brutal than some of the other starting zones. I guess we'll unlock you. I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's okay. We've got attack, we've got death grip. Maybe we'll death grip her. I do remember that that was pretty good.
I can't attack that.
I don't want to die.
You be needing something.
That spell is weak.
Blood strike. Hopefully I won't die.
That's still recharging. I need to target something first.
You know, I probably should have actually put my soul blade in my weapon slot, but I won. I don't know if that person helped me or not, but I won. Yay, look at that. Good job, me. As expected, you've triumphed. Kinda. Behold, Arceus, the grand citadel of death. It has no equal in this world, but even the mighty Naxxramas could withstand a direct assault from the Evanhold. Looming above the face of the necropolis is the all-seeing Eye of Arceus. From it, the Master is able to see great distances into the territories held by our enemies. What the Eye sees, the Lich King sees, and now the time has come for you to peer through the Eye. The Lich King has called for you. Suffer well. Okay. Well, let's go back to the Lich King. I cut out me running around like an idiot because I'm used to my arrows.
Bow to your master.
Dude, I'm not bowing to anybody. The time to spill the blood of our enemies approaches. You must first learn what it is that you seek to destroy before rushing headlong into battle. It's what separates a Death Knight from a mindless ghoul. I will grant you sight beyond sight, my champion. Use the Eye of Arceus to steal our enemy's secrets. Towering above this platform is the Eye of Arceus. From it, you will call forth a probe that you will use to analyze the Scarlet Crusade fortifications at New Avalon. The Eye has a host of powers that should make the acquisition of this data simple. Use the Eye's siphon to analyze the Forge, Town Hall, Hold, and Chapel. The Eye's control mechanisms are located on either side of the platform. Waste no more time.
You know what to do.
I do remember just how much I hated all of these vehicle quests back in the day. Alright, we're launching. Give me... What is this? Siphon? Oh, it's in my control now. That's never good. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Look, we analyzed one thing. Now we need a town hall. Is this a town hall? It looks like a town hall. Yes. Now we just need the forge and the chapel. Well, that looks like a chapel. Ooh, they're shooting at me. That's not good. Hopefully they won't kill me. Let's get out of the way and see if we can find a forge. Are you the forge? No, you look like a field. If I were a forge, what would I look like? I'm trying to remember. This actually is a town I really, really like. Ah, I found it. I think. Quit shooting me. Yay, we did it. Now we just need to go back home. Alright, after far too long trying to figure out how to exit my vehicle, we are back.
Speak.
They prepare for battle, as expected, but there's something else. I sense an old enemy, an enemy I destroyed long ago. It matters not. We'll send the full might of the Scourge against them before they have a chance to evacuate their homes and put in place their defenses. Listen well, Death Knight, for I give to you the words that will start a war. My final judgment has been passed. Death to all. None shall stand so boldly against the might of the Scourge without reprisal. As you have served me well in your first task, so shall you serve me in your next. Take my judgment to the High Lord Morgraine, at the command post of Arceus, found on the first floor. Tell him to begin the assault. When the crusade has been dealt with, we'll finish off the Argent Dawn.
Slay all
Okay,
who oppose
time
us.
to find some more stuff. That one was easier than I thought
Ours
it
is
would
not
be.
to question, only to act.
The might of the Scourge. The horns of war will soon echo across this land, waking the dead and calling it forth. The war machine. Woe unto those that would stand in our way. You and your brethren will lead the charge. When I next look upon the Scarlet Lands, my sight will be obscured by the legions of Arceus. The march upon New Avalon begins now. Okay. That's fine. The Scourge Commander Thalanor awaits your arrival at the overhang directly to the southeast of our current position. Report to Thalanor and requisition a Scourge Griffin to deliver you to Death's Breach. Prince Valinor will be awaiting you down below. Suffer well.
The might of the Scourge will not be challenged!
Off we go. But first I found more quests.
I will listen. For now.
The blood is life. And as easily as the ebb and flow of blood is controlled, so too is the life of our enemies. The power of blood, frost, and unholy. Within the Hall of Command, you will find the schools of Blood, Frost, and Unholy. Each school has a trainer that can provide you with knowledge in the various dark arts. I am the headmaster of the School of Blood. Lady Alistra reigns over Unholy, and the Archlich Amalthazad holds dominion over Frost. Return here whenever you gain power and train.
There's work to be done.
Sure, I'll train with you.
We press on.
I guess I can't train anything at the moment. Alright.
Leave me
that's
be.
Fine. Alright, let's go do what the Lich King tells us.
You need something?
Maybe. The war has begun, Death Knight. I shall place you upon my finest griffin and deliver you to Death's Breach. Chaos, death, destruction. You will herald all of this and more. Below Arceus stands Death's Breach, the staging point for our assault upon the Scarlet Crusade. You are to ride one of my griffins, located on either side of this platform, and report to Prince Valinor. Do as he says, and you may live to see the lands fall before us.
We will have our revenge.
Well, off we go on a griffin ride. You know, it's funny, because this actually is one of my favorite areas to just hang out in-game, in retail, but it's actually fairly empty in retail, so it makes a cool abandoned town for you. The Scarlet Harvest. Do you smell it? Fresh meat. The scent of Scarlet Crusader wafts through the air. He's salivating. Apologies, I'm sure that you're not interested in my choice of fine cuisine. You're here to work, to lead the charge. Yes, I know. The Lich King has told me all that I need to know about you. The time for bloodshed is now. They make their stand now outside of Death's Breach, futilely attempting to push us back in hopes of saving their horses, mine, lumber, and citizens. This will be your first lesson in Scourge warfare. Terror. Go to the front lines and destroy the Scarlet Crusaders. Leave their corpses so that we may use them for the Death March. But most importantly, kill the fleeing villagers. Soldiers dying are an affordance, but villagers? That strikes fear into the hearts of man. Oh, this is kind of a bad set of quests, but that's okay. Grand Theft Palomino. How fortuitous it is that the Crusade has a stable full of horses a mere stone's throw away. Though they guard it tenaciously, an enterprising young Death Knight could break through their defenses and take what is rightfully hers. Once you acquire a horse from the Havenshire stables, return it to me and I will see what can be done about transforming it into a death charger. Remember, it's only stealing if you're caught. Watch out for the stable master. Yeah, a little morally dubious, but you know, I guess it is what it is. You're a Death Knight. Not quite a hero, at least not yet. Born of the Lich King's victory over Illidan's Stormrage, in the heart of the frozen wastes, Death's challenge is a rite of passage that all Death Knights must undergo. Seek out other Death Knights of Arceus and challenge them to a duel. They must accept and fight until a victor emerges. Go now and fight. That will probably be hard until I figure out what control does what. And I think one more quest. Tonight we dine in Havenshire. The Sky Darkeners are mindless constructs with one purpose: kill. Specifically, they're aiming to kill any man or woman that they see fleeing Havenshire. For the safety of New Avalon, we certainly can't allow these cowards to make it to safety and take up arms against us. There's one slight problem. They use Sartanite arrows for maximum range and damage. Sartanite, however, is a metal only found in Northrend, so supplies are limited. Retrieve the arrows and I'll reward you. Okay. That one at least sounds kind of easy. Alright, off we go. Alright, we're gonna steal us a horse. Well, actually, we're gonna fight a little bit more. That's fine. Where is the guy that's fighting me? That's a good question.
That spell isn't ready.
I am not very good at this. I'm kidding. It's a very long learning curve. Yes, I would like to be resurrected. Thank you very much. Now let's try and steal a horse. Alright, all we gotta do is make it back up without getting killed. Still haven't found any arrows. Hopefully I will do that one day. It was kind of nice that we got resurrected. I had forgotten that they will do that in the starting area. That's always good. So, I said that this was going to be a two-parter. It might be a bit more than a two-parter. Mostly because if I upload for too long... Alright, can we... Deliver stolen horse. Grand Theft Palomino. Now for the true test. Can you show mastery over an unbound charger? He just killed my horse. That was rude. And take over the thing that you desire the most. The horse you stole has been taken to the realm of shadows. It is there my Dark Rider will slay it and raise it as a death charger. Do you think yourself brave enough to re-enter the realm of shadows in pursuit of the death charger? If you accept, I will transport you to the Shadow World. Once there, seek out a Dark Rider in the open field to the south of us. To emerge victorious, you must slay him, overtake his charger, and return to Death's Breach. Issue the Horseman's Call should you succeed. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Here, horsey, 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 where are you? I'm gonna go looking for my horsey. Alright, I see him. Let's see if we can actually do this, though. Just have to wait until my death grip comes back online. And then get close enough to take my horsey back. Hopefully I won't die.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that
Nice
yet.
if I wasn't missing.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Shush. Hey, I did it. Now, how do I get back? Horseman's Call. Oh, I need to be back up here. Yeah, I definitely feel much sillier back in the past. Okay. Impressive. Return to me in the world of the living for your reward. Awesome. We did a thing. So yeah, once I officially have my horsey, I think that is probably where we're going to leave this episode. I like to keep them around 30 minutes to 40 minutes because otherwise I can't upload them in a decent amount of time. That is the perils of being in the middle of the woods. You have succeeded where most fail. For that, you will be rewarded with an Arceus Death Charger. It is a very fast mount. That's pretty cool. Do I have my Death Charger? Oh, and we got a rune. All sorts of exciting things. Alright, we're gonna try to find the way to fly back up. And next time, we'll do a little bit more. This has been fun. Hopefully, I will be able to complete this before I run out of time to claim my mount in retail. But no matter what, this is a lot of fun. So hopefully you'll enjoy this series. It's going to be a couple parts. I guess that makes sense considering everything else has been at least, 5 or 6 parts. Except, of course, for the Burning Crusade, which only had 2 races. But, it is what it is. Anyway, I will see you next time when we continue in our slaying of everything that is around us. Until then, have a good one.